giving you a little update on the 2007 Jeep SRT8. We've been trying to sell it now for about 6 months with no takers. Has a 6.1 liter V8 in it. We've been asking 15 for it, but the KBB is between 17 and 19. Finally, we realized that people here in Tennessee, or at least locally, don't want to spend that kind of money for a kind of old vehicle at this point. So we put it on eBay, and it ends today in a couple hours, and it's up to a little over $12,000. It's good enough for us, so that's the update. 2005 Nissan Altima. The car overheated recently, and she had the thermostats, both of them, replaced. And all of a sudden yesterday, as she was out at a local fast food restaurant, she went to start it up and started getting heavy smoke out of the tailpipe, and looked like the engine bay was on fire, and a very strong smell of coolant. So she called me up to say, can you come up here and take a look at it? It looked like it was coming from the AC pump. Nothing was coming from the lower thermostat, nothing was coming from the upper thermostat. The only thing over here that could be leaking, in my opinion, would be the water pump itself. There's a little weep hole, and once they go bad, they leak out. So I have a sneaky suspicion, when she started driving it over to the shop, I followed her, that the head gasket is cracked, leaking into one of the cylinders. Now the oil is perfectly fine. We don't have milkshake. If we had milkshake, I would say we have a crack that goes from the oil into the coolant. But because we have white smoke that comes and goes out of the tailpipe, I think the head gasket is cracked going into one of the chambers. I'll be able to find that out by taking all the spark plugs out, looking for either a white tipped plug, a plug with like coolant on it, anything like that. And then I'll even stick a camera down in there to see, oh, my dogs are out, to see what's going on. One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up to see how much white smoke is pouring out of the tailpipe, and then move it under the lean-to. Oh my goodness, I can't even get my ass in here. Move it under the lean-to. Oh, definitely popping, definitely vibrating. No white smoke at all. Interesting. Well, not sure yet. piston, we found the problem. Completely filled with coolant. Absolutely saturated. Before you pull your spark plugs, you always want to kind of blow them out in case there's anything sitting on top of the plug, oil, coolant, anything like that. This one right here is the one that I feel has coolant in it, and you can see it does. You don't want that going down into the chamber. Smells like coolant. So we have a leak in cylinder 3 of coolant. So yes, we have a blown head gasket going into cylinder 3. Diagnosis confirmed. Now I just gotta tell the customer. So I'm perplexed. The chamber is dry, and I don't see a crack in the head above the spark plug. So how did coolant get on top of the spark plug when there's a boot sealing everything out? Very perplexing. I'm going to use some fiber lock. I've had really good luck with it in the past. Spark plug cap for 2005 Nissan Altima 2.5 says 0.050. So with the fiber lock, basically all you do, 8-quart radiator, it's 1/3 of the bottle. Do not add it to your oil. You add it straight into your radiator. Then you drive it around for about 20 minutes. And if the leak persists after 5 days, you do another 1/3 of the bottle. That's all it is. And like I said before, this stuff works really, really good. I'm not endorsed by them. I'm not promoting them. Well, I guess I kind of am. But this stuff is fabulous. That's it. This car is done. Now, one thing I want to point out, I clearly state in the auction, if you do not have feedback, do not bid on this auction. Please do not bid if you do not have, please do not bid if you have not won any auction before and have 0 feedback. And, would you look at that? The top 2 bidders, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I'm glad people actually read the description. And say 80% of the time, people with 0 feedback will not come and get the vehicle. I've dealt with this many times before. So I'm hoping either Mustang Rob here or Iceman. These two have been going back and forth at it and at it. From about 8,000 to 9,000, or 8,000 to 12,000. I'm hoping one of them two come back in and take the cake.